just contact me using those details. I'll be able to assist with any question that you need clarity on. So just to recap, I can see that, okay, nice, okay. Just to recap, last lesson, we did water cycle. I can see that Miracle has a bit of loud sound. Is it fine, Miracle? If it's fine, you can just indicate so that I can continue. I just twisted a bit because some can't hear me. Okay, some can't hear me, so I'll just raise a voice and then I'll ask Miracle to just decrease your voice. Right now I'm on slide. Okay, let's start from the start because I can see that people are still on first slide. Okay, right now we are on slide that is written recap. Hope everyone is on that slide. The slide that is written recap, because we need to recap on the lesson. Is everyone on the slide written recap? Okay, I can see there. Okay, let me stop and then restart again. Okay, I've restarted the screen sharing. Okay, is everyone now able to see recap, the slide that is written recap? I've restarted the screen sharing. Can you guys hear me? I've restarted. Okay. Is everyone able to see the slide that's written at the end of the lesson? So I'm gonna start on the first slide, and then if you are not able to see it, you can just indicate. So the slide that I'm on now is written teacher details. I've already discussed the teacher details there. And then now we move on to the second slide, which will show recap. We are now moving on to okay. I've enabled editing. Okay. Is everyone able to see the slide now? The slide should be written teacher details. The slide on the screen right now is written teacher details. Okay. Let's see. Share, enable editing. Just having a problem with the slide. Just quickly fixing the slide and then I'll get to you. Just sorting out the slide so that you're able to see the slide perfectly. Okay, I'm gonna try again and then you just indicate if you are not able to see the slide. Okay, so here the slide is on. Is everyone not able to see the slide? Yes, slide one. If you're on slide one right now, if you are able to see the slide, you can just indicate for me so that I can start with the lesson. Okay, I'm moving on to slide two. Slide two is feature detail. Slide two is displaying feature details. Okay, perfect. Okay, I've already introduced myself as Mem Gumede and as grade 4 teacher. We're still doing week 10 on the 2nd of June. And the next slide just has my details. In case you need to contact me, you'll be able to reach me on those details there on social media. If you have any question that you need assistance with, then you'll be able to ask questions and contact me there. Just to recap on yesterday's lesson. Yesterday's lesson, we did the water cycle. And then by now, you should be able to understand what is a water cycle. You should be able to know the different parts of the water cycle. And if you are given a diagram, okay, Miracle, I hope you can hear me now. If you are given a diagram, you should be able to label the different parts of the water cycle. Those that we did yesterday, moving from evaporation, going on to condensation, precipitation, as well as collection. So those are the things that we did and learned yesterday. So today's lesson is, or the topic is, raw and manufactured materials. So this is today's topic. Remember, we're still doing meta and material. So today we'll be focusing on raw and manufactured materials and the lesson objectives. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to do the following. You should be able to know the different kinds of materials that solid objects are made up from. And then from there, you should know differences between raw and manufactured materials. And then you should know where raw materials come from. And lastly, classify. You are given different types of materials. You should be able to classify the different types of materials. And then the keywords, some of the keywords, you will see them on today's lesson, and then the other ones on the next lesson. But on the next lesson, we'll be focusing more on gaming worksheets, as I can see that most people are interested in those ones. So those Kahoots and all the fun games, we will do them on the next activity. Those that cannot hear the sound, you can just increase it on your devices a bit, because if I'm too loud, the other people can't also hear me. So the keywords on this lesson is raw, it's natural, manufactured, man-made, ceramics, and then this one is not really on this lesson. Sustainability, plastic, plantation, wood fiber, pulp, and recycling. So if you don't see that a word has popped up during this lesson, it means that this word will pop up during this topic of solid materials, including raw materials and manufactured materials. So the first one, what are raw materials and manufactured materials? So these are in our everyday lives, everyday functioning, we use different products. We use cell phones, we use tables, we use chairs, we use couches. All those things are materials, are solid materials that we use each and every day. And these materials can either be raw or they can be manufactured. So now you'll be able to understand what do you mean when you say they are raw and what do you mean when you say they are manufactured. So here are the definition. Remember, lesson objective to know what raw means. So here it says, what does raw and manufactured mean? So this word raw, where have you seen it before? I think it's not the first time that you hear someone saying raw. And you think of this word, I've seen it somewhere. I've seen it somewhere and I've heard of it. For example, you will take an egg from the fridge and the egg, before you fry it or before you boil it, the egg can be what? It can be raw. And when we say that food is raw, it means that it has not been processed. It has not been cooked yet. So, and then when we process something, we do something to it. So when you process something, it means that you are changing it from its natural, you are changing it from its natural form to another form. Those that are having sound problems, can you please check your sound? Because most of the people, their sound is 100%. And then moving on, we can also talk about raw materials. This is when it's in its natural state, the way it's found naturally. Nothing was done to it, nothing was changed on it. So it means that it's in its natural state, has not been processed at all, it's still in its natural state. Therefore, it means that it's raw. Raw, it's still not processed, still in its natural state. And then we find raw materials in our natural world. Did you know that? We find our raw materials in the natural world. Can you think of anything around us that is natural? You can just type your answers there. Anything around us that is not natural. You can just type your answers there. Remember, natural. Yes, there's answer tree. Correct. A tree is natural because it has not been processed. Sand is natural. Correct. Grass. Yes, grass is also natural. And then these are also examples on the screen that is displayed. Trees, flowers, coal. Did you know that coal is also natural? The coal that you get from the mine is natural, as well as water. Unati, they gave us a nice example of water, correct? Water is natural, and even oil is natural. So all these things are natural resources, and it means that they were not processed, they were not changed at all, they were like that in their natural form. And then manufactured materials. Now we've done with raw materials. We know that raw materials are natural, and we know that raw materials are not yet processed. So now we move on to manufactured materials. When a raw material has been processed, meaning humans have altered it, humans have changed it, it can now be called a manufactured material because it's no longer the same as it was. For example, what do you mean when we say raw materials can be changed by humans to a manufactured material? A good example is wood. I see someone in the chat there gave an example of wood as a natural, as a raw material. So wood can be used to make what? Paper. So the paper that we use to write on, the paper that we read, is made up of wood. That is nice and interesting to learn that actually the paper that we have is made up of wood, and the paper that we are using is made up of wood, and wood is a raw material. We can then refer to the paper as being what? As being a manufactured material. So in this example that I gave, the wood is your raw material, the paper is your manufactured material. The wood is raw because it's natural, and the paper is manufactured because it has been changed by humans, it has been processed so that it becomes what? It can become paper. So now here's a quick question. The question says, sheep are farmed for their wool. Wool on the sheep is raw material, but it is processed to make a manufactured material. What things are made from wool? So what can you think of that is made from wool? What can you think of that is made from wool? Yes, the first one is gloves, correct? Gloves can be made from wool that comes from the sheep, correct? Another example, a table, no, but a table can be made from wood. So a table is manufactured from wood, correct? An example of wool jersey is a jersey. It's an example of a product that is made from wool. So I like the nice examples that you guys are giving and providing. Let's see the examples that I have. So from the wool that comes from the sheep, we can get the following. We can get jerseys, we can get socks, we can get gloves, we can get jackets. Yes, some jackets are made up from wool. We can get dog coats, the nice coats that you put on dogs, especially when it's cold. They are made from sheep wool. And then we can also get blankets. Some blankets are made. Yes, that someone is also giving a nice example that dolls. Some dolls can be made from the wool that comes from a sheep, which is very interesting because these are things that we use normally. And then examples of manufactured materials. We have a few examples that will be given to say, okay, these were raw materials that has been manufactured or processed so they can form manufactured materials. And then when this raw material has been processed, meaning humans have now change it, then we call it a manufactured material. And then wool can be used to make jersey. So these are examples of a raw material and what type of manufactured product can be made from that raw material. And then animal skin. Yes, animal skin can be used to make shoes. Did you know that? That some shoes that we wear every day, as well as some bags, handbags, or backpacks that we use are made up from animal skin, especially the leather shoes and the leather bags that we have, they are made up from animal skin. And the animal skin is your raw material, and the shoes and bags would be your manufactured material. And then examples still continuing, play. The play, some of you have said that you play with the phone. The clay is molded, and then when it's molded, it can be used to make teacups. It can be used to make teacups, and then it can be used to make vases. And then, sorry about those that are complaining about the sound being too loud, because I had a few people that were saying that the sound is low, hence I increased my voice. So I'll just try to decrease it a bit. Okay. Coal and oil are used to make plastics, paint, as well as fabrics. So you can use coal and oil to make plastics, uh, paint, as well as fabrics. So these two raw materials, which is your coal and oil, can be used to make fabrics and as well as plastics. And then wood and plant fibers are also used to make paper. So paper can also be made from plant fibers. So basically, that was just a nice introduction of differences between a raw material and manufactured material. And then on the next lesson, we'll play a nice game. We'll be able to classify them on the game. And then from there, we'll discuss more on the raw materials as well as the components. So for this activity, this is a nice activity that is classifying materials into raw or manufactured. And then instructions will be number one. You look at the pictures in the table below, which will come in the next slide. And then from there, you say, how can you tell whether something is raw material or manufactured material? And then you classify objects into one of the groups, raw or manufactured material, by placing a tick in the right column. So here you are given an object. This is your object. This is watermelon. This is glass. This is feathers. And then this is coins. And then there will be more objects that are shown on the next slide. And then here is the raw material. And then here is your manufactured material. So what the activity wants you to do is you go to watermelon, you just tick, you only tick, you're classifying them to say, watermelon, is it raw material or is it manufactured material? And then you move to, okay, let's start with the first one, watermelon, is it raw material or manufactured? Correct, I see that Zoe is saying that watermelon is raw. Correct. I see most of you got it right. Correct. In the correct highlight. This is correct. It's the raw material because the watermelon is found naturally on earth. It has not been out. Okay. The second one is the material or manufactured. So with plus, is it raw or manufactured? Correct. I like the answer that you guys are giving me. Correct. Glass is manufactured. It's not a raw material. And then feathers. With feathers, do you think they are raw or manufactured? Junior, I can see you raise your hand. You can just type your question there. Feathers, raw or manufactured? Correct. Feathers are raw because we get feathers from birds, and birds are animals, and animals are natural things that are found on earth. And then coins, money. With coins, is money raw? Is money natural? Or is money manufactured? Correct. You're giving me nice answers. Some of you are saying that money is raw. Money is not raw. Money is manufactured. Correct. Because money is processed by people so that we can get points as well as get uh, paper money. Dimple, I can see that you're saying that you don't understand. Can you, at the end of the lesson, please try to contact me through the details so that I can assist wherever I can? The reason why money is not raw material is because money has been processed by humans. Hence, we have different types of money. You have coins, you have paper, and then those are all manufactured. We don't find them naturally on earth. And then pot made of clay. Is it natural? Is it raw material or manufactured? Pot made of clay. Pot made of clay. Okay, most of you are saying raw, raw. Okay, with this one, the clay that makes the pot is natural, but the pot is not natural because for the pot to have this shape, a human being must have molded, they mold the clay so that it can become the pot. So the clay is raw, but the pot is manufactured because humans have to mold it nicely so that it forms a nice pot shape. And then plastic, the normal plastic, the shopping plastic that we use, is it raw or manufactured? Plastic, correct. That's the easiest and simplest one. Plastics are made. Plastics are manufactured by humans. So plastic cannot be a raw material. And then wood. There's a nice picture there of wood. Correct. You guys are answering quickly and participating. Wood is raw because it's not manufactured. It comes naturally from the earth. It's naturally there. And then sand is also a raw material. Correct. Sand is natural. No human has altered it. It has been like that. And then here we discussed our activity together. We were able to identify that, okay, this one is a raw material, this one is a manufactured material. We just need to remember that raw materials are naturally found, and then manufactured materials need to be processed by humans. So manufactured materials are made from raw materials, and then we call these things solid materials. So they fall under solid materials, and then under solid materials, we have two groups. We have raw materials, and then you have manufactured materials. And then the raw materials are the naturally found ones, and the manufactured ones are the ones that are processed by humans so that they can get something from it. When you take wood and then you process it so that you get a table, then it means that your wood is your raw material and the table is your manufactured material. Okay. The message to take the clue home is that now you are able to differentiate. You are able to say, no, when I look at this table, I can see that this table, to be like this, it was made, but it was made from what? From wood. So you need to be able to differentiate between raw materials and then be able to differentiate between manufactured materials. And then in our next lesson, you need to be able now to know the different, we will look at the different properties. But before we look at that, we will be able to play a nice game based on raw materials and manufactured materials. So we'll play a nice, interesting game. So you must just be prepared for the next lesson. It will be fun, it will be interesting. You just need to log on, be on time, participate, and then I've included the yes who play Kahoot, correct? So there's helpful links, there's videos that you can watch to see how the solid materials are explained, 3 links that you can access for yourself. And then next lesson, you must just tune in and then you'll be able to start. So with the homework, I'll post a worksheet, I'll supply a worksheet and then it will be put up on the website so that you can be able to do the homework and be able to understand more. And then the ones that were not able to understand nicely, as someone indicated, you can just contact me and then ask where possible. So this is my email address for those that can need to be in contact. And then there you have, we'll take good on our next lesson, no problem. And then thank you for tuning in. And then we shall meet again, be on time and have a great day.